My next guest helps entrepreneurs create better systems to organize and support their business. Please welcome Kathi Burns. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with organization queen, Kathi Burns. Hey, girl.
Hey, girlie. How you doing?
Good. I'm so excited to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is going to be a fun run.
Yes, I had so much fun on your show, so we're for sure going to have fun again today.
Absolutely.
So feel free to take us on this journey and share with us who you are, what you do, and what got you into what it is that you do.
Oh boy, that's a long one. Okay, so my name's Kathi Burns. My company is Organized and Energized, and it was a crazy ride to get here. Actually, I had been doing a lot of things my whole life. I've had 7 different careers, and there was after 9/11, we lost our tourism industry, tourism business, and 'cause everything went on hold. And what happened was up until then, I've had some great careers, but that particular career, I was like, I don't know what I should do when I grow up. I kept saying that. It's like, I don't really know what I should do. What's my calling? And after the 9/11 tragedy, it kind of shut down our business. It took a year and eventually we died, but after that, I had a year off to kind of explore, what does Kathi like? What are her skills? What does she like to do? And crazy enough, I realized after 7 careers that I love change. And that most people are afraid of change and most people are in fear. It's a scary thing for people to change, whereas I really truly love it. So I said, okay, what can I do? I should be a change agent. What's the easiest way to help people change? Through their physical environment. If they can learn how to let go of things, that's the easy place to start, right? Is, learn how to let go and find things that support you. We're not too tied to our possessions, and it's easier than trying to change your whole career in one fell swoop. So I became a professional organizer and an image consultant. I had been organized all my life, on and off. I mean, I'm a Gemini, so I'm a little bit scattered ADD, but I'm basically organized, and I've been helping my girlfriends buy clothes forever. So I married the two and started my company about 18 years ago to help people get organized and look good. And ever since then, I just love what I do. I finally figured out what I should have done when I grew up.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I love the journey, and I love how you said, you know what, I'm going to go for this and do what I love. And so what would you say is the biggest thing that comes up when people are they know they want to change, but something is holding them back? Is it more their mindset, or how do you help navigate that?
I really think it's they get in their mind and it's the unknown, and most people are very afraid of the unknown. And so how I assist is I help them by just starting small. What is it that they can control, that they can learn how to let go? Because in order to change, you have to let go of something.
Mm-hmm.
So, working on the physical environment of your stuff, so to speak, is the easiest way to do it, I think. And I see my clients become very powerful and very masterful when they learn that letting go isn't really that difficult and isn't really that hard. And then after that, we go
Mm.
much deeper, into things that are a little bit harder to let go of than just clutter, like systems that
Yeah.
are broken or duplicated in their business, or mindset in their business. See, what happens, what I think is that when you learn how to change your physical environment, you learn your mental environment changes. It automatically happens.
Mm.
So it's a sneaky little thing, this organizing game. It really is.
Yeah, it's really sneaky. And I
It
love how you
is. It
called it
is.
out.
They think they're just, organizing their closet, or they think they're
Yeah.
organizing their computer database, and it's really not about that. It's about getting their mind wrapped around their road to success, and releasing the
Mm.
things that no longer serve them. Because quite honestly, we all have what I call muck, what I talked about in my book, How to Master Your Muck. We all have some kind of muck that's sitting there bugging us. And when we
Mm.
learn how to release it, and or become masters of it, then we're empowered. And when we're empowered, we can do a lot more than when we are not. If we don't feel
Mm.
masterful, we don't get stuff done. We just kind of puddle around.
Yeah, it can get quite overwhelming. Having
Yeah.
all of these things scattered and yeah, like I feel 10 times much better when I'm in a clean, organized environment. That's for sure.
Yeah, and everybody is, but some people, everybody has a different degree of how much stuff is too much and how
Mm.
much stuff is enough. Every That's what I love about my job, because every client is different. Some people don't want a single thing out of place on their desk, and other people need a couple things out of place on their desk, or they get, freaky. So
Yeah.
everybody has a different tolerance of how much is enough and how much is too much. And
Mm.
that's why I love my job, because there's no two clients that are alike, and there's no
Yeah.
two methods that I use over and over and over. I mean, every client has a different method to get them to where they need to go.
I love that. So it's really personalized to each and every one. I love it.
Very, very personalized. That's what gives me the juice. If it was the same
Yeah.
old thing every day in and day out, I'd be bored and I probably would have left by now. But the fact that every client is completely unique and amazing, in their own right,
Mhm.
and they all have different types of things that are holding them back. So it's a
Yeah.
nice creative challenge to help people get organized and look good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the entrepreneurship side of this and how you help ambitious women get organized in their systems and their businesses. Like, what would that look like when you work with clients?
Yeah, I started out with trying to see what's working in their business and what's not working in their business.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that are, I always say, if it's not broken, we're not going to fix it. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
amazing entrepreneurs have great systems put together, but there's usually one or two things that are either duplicated, like two things trying to do the same thing in their business, or
Mm.
two things competing against each other. Maybe they have two different inboxes. That makes you go a little bit cray cray. Or maybe they have two databases, or they have
Mm-hmm.
files. This is a big one. You have files on Drive, you have files in the cloud, you have files on your hard drive, and you have duplicated files, and you don't know which one's the real one. So I just start with trying to figure out what's
Mm.
working, what's not working. Where are they getting sidetracked from a level of productivity that they need in order to succeed? And there's always
Mm.
some people, it's one little thing broken. Some people, they have multiple systems that are fighting each other. And it's just kind of getting down to the basics of what's working, what's not working. And then let's see how we can simplify it and make it work for you. Because
Mm.
being organized as an entrepreneur, it's all about having systems running in the background, quietly ticking along behind you, keeping things organized without any effort. That's the idea, is to have systems that support
Mm.
you without any effort or thought, right? A database that works, emails, inbox that works, drive files where you know where they are, all that.
Okay, I think I am feeling called out a little. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's true. I have like three different drives, and like it's crazy over here.
It's what we do, and you know how that
Yeah.
happens. Out of the really funny thing of how that happens is that as entrepreneurs, we're creative, right? And
Yeah.
so we're like, okay, I'm going to save it here. And then, oh, I should save it there. And oh, someone told me about this new place. I should save it. And then we start saving it all over the place. And, you know, the average entrepreneur will waste 3 to 4 to 5 hours, even a week, trying to find documents that they know that they have, but they're not quite sure if it's the one that they need.
Mm, yeah.
And that's just digital. I'm a paper flow expert, so there's a lot of things about on paper that happen to us as well. You know, searching through paper piles, or if there are paper piles, if any of you are listening out there and you have paper piles, I can guarantee you that you're wasting 3 hours a week of
Oh
time that could
wow.
be spent being productive. If you turn those little piles into files, you would become much more productive. And I
Mm.
know that that's easier said than done for sure, which is why I became a paper trafficking expert, because no one really teaches us how to handle our papers or where to put them or how to file them. And so
Mm.
that's a big integral part of what I do a lot with my entrepreneurial clients.
Wow. So I'm really learning something new here. Paper trafficking expert. Is that the
Yeah.
term?
Yeah, I'm a certified paper flow specialist is really the
Wow.
name of it. It's not everybody, my clients are like, "You're so weird. Why do you like paper?" It's like, I don't like paper. I like the results of what happens when my clients' papers are under control. That's what I like. You
Mm.
know, because I spend hours in the muck of paper piles, let me tell you. And you know, just getting them tamed. And the interesting part on it, and it's really interesting, when you know what you need to have in your file system, then you know what you don't need to have. And when I go through the process, 80% of the papers go away.
Oh
Every
wow.
client gets rid of about 80% of their papers because they realize that they don't need them and they're not necessary. But
Mm.
until someone teaches us how to deal with I didn't know about it before I became trained. I had no idea. I had like 20 years of social security statements, and you know, and that's in American, but you only need the latest one. So, you know,
Mm.
oh, it's from the government. I need to keep all of them. So, you know, and you don't know what you don't know until you start to create a system with someone who does know. And then you're like, oh, I can let that stuff go. That's great.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds amazing. So I want you to share like something that happened, like a result, a transformation after you helped your clients go through all of that. Like what happened in their lives as a result?
Wow. Okay. Let me see. Who do I want to talk about? Well, one client, the one that's most recent here in my mind is I've been working with her, and she was using an outdated Outlook system and hadn't really switched over to, you know, the Google Suite or Gmail. And
Hmm.
she had, what was it, 7 different email addresses, and
Oh
she would have
wow.
to look for them in 3 different places, and things
Wow.
were falling through the cracks. Not only that, she didn't have a calendar that synced it all up together. You know, Outlook's pretty out of date at this point. And
Yeah.
so we streamlined all of her emails into one Gmail so that she can read them all in one place. And we synced up her calendar so that, you know, any calendar event she has is now there with the links to where she needs to go. You know, the Zoom links are like our link here for the recording. And so, and then also through that, she was able to have her contact database organized. And now she's empowered. She can find
Wow.
people she needs immediately. She can email them. She can respond. She knows where she needs to be when. And instead of just, she's so brilliant too. She's such a brilliant
Hmm.
entrepreneur, but she spent a lot of time trying to find things. Um,
Mm.
you know, and
Yeah.
respond to things, and there were things missing, and she'd miss things, and you know, it made her appear unprofessional, even though she's the most brilliant entrepreneur, one of them
Hmm.
that I've ever met. So having everything again streamlined into the one bucket, you know, as as a professional organizer, if you've talked to any of us, you know that we always say like with like. same things with same things, have all your emails in one place, have all your contacts in one place. I mean, it's a mantra that we use.
Yeah.
And not because we're anal. I mean, some of us are anal, but because it serves us. It
Yeah.
serves us to know where to look for whatever we're looking for, and to only having to be in one place.
Oh,
And that carries
yeah.
through to your physical environment. It carries through in life in general.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So after that, the files are all filed, the drives are all in order. So what do you look at next? Like you look at the calendar, like what do you do with them?
Yeah, I look at, well, and that's not first, second, third, just to not mislead anybody. I won't necessarily start with the files or that. But another thing to look at is time management.
Mhm.
And sometimes it starts there, because I
Yeah.
can dig into the time management and say, okay, I see why this isn't working, because this appears to be broken in the
Mm.
background of your business. So doing a time management schedule, and working with time management with my clients really helps me see where the holes are and what needs to be filled in. But sometimes some of my clients have everything together. All the systems are running great. They have great tech support. It's all good, but their schedule's out of control because they really
Mm.
sat down to figure out their biorhythms, when they're on,
Mhm.
when they're off, when they should be taking breaks, if they are taking breaks, which, as entrepreneurs, we're not big breakers. So, we're not. I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it. We're like jam, 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 and no
Yeah.
one's there to say, oh, it's lunchtime. There's no binger to tell us to go to
Yeah.
lunch. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Sadly, I mean, sometimes I do put dingers on my clients' computers to remind them to get up and move. It's like
Oh, that's
time.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, time to get up and move, time to get up and stretch, time to go get some water or get a snack, time to
Mhm.
walk away.
Yeah, I love that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you're truly like transforming the whole way they work and how they operate, and I love that.
No,
So,
thank you.
yeah, I really think that what you do is amazing, and you must have incredible patience. I commend you.
People tell me I have patience all the time, and I guess I do. I didn't really consider myself a patient person,
Yeah.
but my client was just telling me that yesterday. She goes, "I can't believe," because I'm going through. This particular client has um, very, very, very busy, very successful
Mhm.
woman scientist, and she let so many things fall through the cracks that
Mm.
there was a lot of money that had been issued to state, and I'm dealing with the state trying to getting her money back for her. And she goes, I can't believe I couldn't do that if I wanted to. So you're very
Mhm.
patient, Kathy. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I am. It's all about the results. I
Yeah.
can work long and hard if I just have
Yeah.
results.
I love it.
Results are the ticket.
Yes. It's such a big motivator. So, I ask this to everyone who comes on the show, and I'm curious to know your answer. For you,
Oh.
what does it mean to be a powerful leader?
Mm. I think it means owning my own skin, so to speak, owning my
Mhm.
own authority. I
Mhm.
think you can't be powerful unless you feel that you truly are powerful. You can't
Mhm.
fake it. So if you own your own story and you own your own business and you own your own, if you own yourself and respect yourself, then you are respected. And if you're respected, you're
Mm.
powerful. I really think that's all it comes down to, is how much do you respect yourself and how much do you empower yourself? Because people
Mm.
know, you can walk into a room and you can tell who feels timid, or you can feel who, you can, hear who, you can just see it. You
Yeah.
don't you agree? You see when people
Yeah.
walk in a room how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, you can feel their presence, their confidence, how they hold themselves. Yeah, totally.
And that's part of why I do image consulting, because I've found over the past that people can be really powerful themselves, but they're not dressing to their best self. And
Mm.
once I put them in the clothes where they're feeling like, wow, I look like $1 million, and they walk in and they do come off like they feel like $1 million, and that's what it's all
Yes.
about, is feeling empowered. Because some people just don't have that, they don't have the image, they don't have the clothing gene. I have a lot of scientist clients. They just don't have that. I mean, they can cure cancer, but they can't dress themselves for anything. It's not their forte. But yet you put them in the right clothes and their career accelerates. I've seen that happen over and over.
Okay, I'm feeling called out again. I need a whole new wardrobe.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that to you. Well, we'll have to meet up one day. If you're ever in San Diego, I will dress you up, girl. We will find some good stuff for you.
Love it. I want to go to California. It's like my biggest dream.
Yay.
Yeah, like I wish I could escape the Canadian winter and just go.
Oh, I know it's coming on, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, no, already.
That's the way I feel about fall. I was telling my husband that today. It's like, why don't you like fall? It's like, well, I don't like winter. And fall means the end of summer, which means the beginning of winter. And he goes, yeah, and I said, some people love fall. And he goes, I think the people who love fall are the ones who like winter. And I'm like, aha, that was my aha moment at lunch today.
Yeah, exactly. This is so funny. I was thinking about this the other day as well.
Yeah, it's like, give me spring and summer all the time. And that's part of the reason why I live in San Diego, is I don't have to. I left Ohio specifically to get rid of winter.
Love it. Amazing. So do you have, any last piece of wisdom that you'd like to share with the audience today?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I would tell anyone who asks for organizing or just any kind of advice, anytime you feel stuck and able to move forward, or you're just like in that grid and you just, you can't move forward, go into your environment and get one thing organized, even if it's just your sock drawer. Like, let go of something, learn how to let go of something and organize one small little piece, and you'll feel more powerful and you'll get aha moments of how to move forward with whatever the totally unrelated thing is in your business. Because when you add space and when you create order, it does the same exact thing in your mind. So you'll have more space in your mind, you'll have more clarity, you'll have more orderly thinking, and then you'll be able to tackle whatever it was that was making you feel stuck.
Yes, new energy, good vibes, it's all coming.
Exactly. And I always say, if you have nowhere to start, do your sock drawer, because we don't have, most of us, I'd say 99.9% of us don't have attachment to our socks. Now, I have had a couple of clients who are attached to their socks, but we don't have stories around our socks. So just start there.
Love it. I love that. Awesome. So where can people go to connect with you further online?
organizedandenergized.com. So past tense, you're organized and you're energized.com. Because that's the idea.
Yeah. And you also have an Instagram page, right?
Yes, I have an Instagram, and what is it? I think it's organized, energized without the and.
Yes.
We can put the link in your show notes, hopefully.
Yes, I'll add that in.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then Twitter's Organized Energy. But, the main thing is, if you go to the site, you can download a free report that will help you get your workspace organized and help you get some clarity around your business. So you can go to organizedandenergized.com and download your free report.
Yes, go download your free report. Go follow Katie on Instagram. She's awesome. Thank you so much again for coming on the show today.
Absolutely. It was fun. Thank you. You're very gracious. And it's been fun to chit chat with you, on a more casual basis. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.